Holy smokes, that might have been the best game the Pittsburgh Penguins have played all playoffs long. They were flying. Lundqvist was the only reason the Rangers were in the game, so naturally we gotta talk about Sidney Crosby's goal drought. Woo! Are you just gonna get hammered? Get me a toaster. Magic Angel Robot from Winnipeg! What the hell are you talking about? This team is ruining my life! Talking about the Penguins and Rangers, the Blackhawks and Wild, and more. The Pittsburgh Penguins win 3-0 over the New York Rangers. They tie that series up at 1. Okay, so remember last video when I was talking about Crosby? And I was like, I don't know what it is. I think he might be hurt. Dr. Dangle on the case. Did he look hurt in this one? Nobby. But the team around Crosby was great, and that's what allowed him to do his thing, I think. Pittsburgh outshooting the Rangers 35-22, which is just not going to do it for New York. Especially the third period. The Rangers got outshot 10-5. In a game they were losing, and 16-10 in the second. If I'm Alain Vigneault, that's unacceptable. The Rangers had just 5 guys with multi-shot games, only 2 with 3 or more. Brad Richards had 6, Rick Nash had 3. So if those guys aren't scoring, I don't know who's scoring. The Penguins, 11 guys with 2 or more. That's pretty impressive for Lundqvist when you consider the first goal wasn't even a Penguin shot. It went off his own defenseman. King Henrik was stopping everything with the kitchen sink in this one, but when your own teammates are deflecting shots in, it's a little hard to read. Chris Letang getting credited for that goal. His story just continues. I mean, the guy had a stroke. Now, I probably don't need to tell you this, but definitely not a medical professional, but when you start hearing terms like that, you go, oh my god, what's this going to do to that guy's career? Well, last night, 1 goal, 2 assists led the Penguins with 3 points. And now bringing that all back to Crosby, here's why talking about him is lazy. Sidney Crosby finished 7th in the NHL in goals this year. You'd assume he'd have at least a goal by now. He also finished 1st in assists and 1st in points. He had 6 shots in this game. He's top 20 amongst all NHLers in these playoffs in that category, averaging 3.5 shots per game. Now, most hot streaks cool down. Therefore, most cold streaks heat up. And to me, the Penguins have not looked all that impressive in these playoffs so far. This game was the most impressive I've seen them, I think. And Sidney Crosby still had not scored a goal. So when this guy clicks on in the way that Sidney Crosby can, look the hell out. You could put Henrik Lundqvist in net, you could put anybody in net, you could shove the entire population of Sweden into the net, and it might not matter. Sidney Crosby, bang, and it's a 1-1 series. Before I go giving the Penguins too much credit though, reminder that this series is now heading to New York. The devil's in the details. The Chicago Blackhawks win 4-1 over the Minnesota Wild. They got a 2-0 lead in that series. 6 straight playoff wins for the Chicago Blackhawks. And this one, weirdly, kind of a chess match. Shots just 22-19. Ilya Bryzgalov allowing 3 goals on 21 shots. And here's the amazing thing about the Wild. Bryzgalov's got an .830 save percentage in these playoffs. The Wild have only played 9 playoff games, and Bryzgalov has a record of 1-4. And yet, here the Wild are in round 2. What are the mathematical odds of that? Not that he was necessarily the problem in this one. I mean, his team only got 19 shots, but the Wild could use something special. The Blackhawks, meanwhile, getting something special. Not necessarily out of Corey Crawford, although he's played fine, and I think people are too hard on him. Is Corey Crawford an elite goalie? No, I would not say that, but I think he's good. But when I'm talking about special, I'm talking about Brian Bickle, who's Dustin Penner 2.0 apparently. 3 points in this one. Just 11 goals and 15 points in 59 regular season games. He had 17 points in 23 playoff games last year, and he's a point a game right now. 8 points in 8 games. And what did I say a few videos ago? Taves is going to score. Kane is going to score. Sharp is going to score. Keith is going to contribute. There's all these guys in the Blackhawks. If Bickle can put it together, they're deadly. When the guys who are not necessarily their stars start lighting it up like this, who can beat the Chicago Blackhawks? Minnesota Wild fans right now are like, us, we hope. I know that feel, bro. We talked about this before. Every team needs their stars to contribute. Championship teams need everybody to contribute. It can't just be the same guys triggering Chelsea Dagger every night. I used to like that song. How great is that for the Fratellis? Every Blackhawks fan and everyone who's played the Blackhawks knows that song by heart. Chelsea, Chelsea, I believe. Over and over and over. The Fratellis really should send the Blackhawks a gift basket. Thanks for being awesome. They're Scottish, they don't talk like that. Question for you maybe to answer in the comment box. What are some of the other iconic songs in hockey? I know there's some of the old classics, Good Old Hockey Game, and other stuff that's a little slower paced like that. But there's also the new generation like this. A little bit different. Last but not least, I didn't make a video the day before. Schedule got in the way, but you can check out everything I had to say on the brand new Panago Pizza Steve Dangle podcast. Link to that below. We upload them twice a week. Listen and subscribe on iTunes and listen and subscribe on SoundCloud. In just a couple of weeks, we'll be celebrating our 1-year anniversary, and a couple weeks after that, we'll be celebrating our 100th episode. What? That's it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you liked this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it, and I will see you next time. I'll try to scream less. No, we won't.